The Robot News Network has a very special treat for those out there trying to understand this Pokemon Go phenomenon. We found someone that's been playing the game for a while, that's an active gamer, and they're going to give their insights to this Pokemon Go phenomenon. Why do you play Pokemon Go?
I've been playing Pokemon since I was really little. I got my first game with my Game Boy Color, but I didn't get to play it for long because I gave it to my cousin as a birthday present. And because of that, my parents bought me another Pokemon game, so I grew up playing it with my cousins. And it's just nostalgia.
Is Pokemon Go a fad? Will it be around for a while?
I think mostly for the nostalgia factor, and because it's pop culture right now. So I figure people will be playing it for a good period of time, and those who really like Pokemon or really like the game, they're probably going to stick with it for maybe a few years, if not longer.
If you were going to explain Pokemon Go to someone that doesn't understand anything at all about it, how would you describe it?
It's fake characters that are put onto your phone with randomly generated numbers, and they use your GPS, depending on where you are, to give you certain characters, and you catch them with your phone.
How hard or how easy is it to start with Pokemon Go?
It's really easy. They don't really give you a tutorial or anything, so it's you learn on your own. But if you have friends or there's people in the area, there's always going to be people in your area playing. You'll recognize them. They'll be walking around looking at their phones. And what I like about them not giving you a tutorial is you ask the other people who play it, and you get to make bonds that way. So you get to know more people, you get to get out of the house, and that's why I really like this game.
Is this a fad? Will this last for a while? What do you think in a month or 2 or 6 months or a year from now?
I feel like for some people it might be a fad, but since Pokemon has spanned generations, from my generation to the kids who are growing up now, and there's a whole lot of different Pokemon, it'll keep interest with a whole bunch of people, whether they're my age or a little bit older or younger. And I feel like it'll always keep interest, and they're going to keep adding more and updating and changing things. So for some people it might be a fad, and they might get tired of it and get rid of it maybe in a month or two. But for those who really like Pokemon, who are actual fans, it'll probably stay around for a while.
Can you talk about some of the other charity software that you use with Pokemon Go?
Since Pokemon Go tracks your GPS by your movement and how far you go, like hatching eggs, if you're just going around hatching your eggs, there are some apps like Wolf Tracks, spelled with an X, and Charity Miles. They track your GPS movement and everything. It's kind of like a charity walk or a charity marathon. They track your movement and they donate money to the charity you're choosing. You could raise a lot of money for charity if everyone knew about this app. Charity Miles, you can give to anything from ASPCA, Habitat for Humanity, anything you're choosing, Wounded Soldier. And Wolf Tracks donates money to a pet shelter in your area to help animals who can't find homes.
Tell us some pros and cons about Pokemon Go.
Pros, it gets you out of the house. All these gamers and everything, these nerds, it's getting them out of the house. It's getting them to meet new people, go try new things, and go to places that they would never go in their life. One had me going to a yoga place as a Pokestop, and I would never do yoga. And it creates bonds with people who you usually wouldn't see outside of the house. And even though it's cluttering the streets with people, and people do look like zombies and robots, it's getting them out. It's getting people fresh air and getting them on their feet, which is healthy and it's something we all need. But the cons are some people don't know where to draw the line, and they're doing it while they're driving, or they're doing it while they're crossing the road and not paying attention to what they're doing, or they're doing it at their job, which is not good. But the cons are knowing where to draw the line. Real life does take priority. So if you're hanging out with friends and you're playing around, it's all fine. But once you're on the road, once you're going somewhere or doing your job, that's the time you need to put the phone away.
Someone that's texting and driving or texting and being at work, is it more dangerous than that?
It takes a lot more concentration. So what people have been doing is we've had our designated Pokemon catchers. Shotgun has a new priority now. They will have both of their phones playing Pokemon. And if they don't want to do that, then they need to take your phone away from you and put it in their pocket.
Can you talk about some of the crime that's happened with Pokemon Go?
There's a Pokélure lure, like fishing lure. At Pokestops, you can use these lures and it attracts more Pokemon to the area. so that everyone can get more Pokemon, and it works for everybody. Somebody in one of the cities, one of the major cities, found out a way to try and use that to jump people. They would activate a Pokélure, and people would show up, and then them and a group of other people would jump them and steal their phones and money. And there's been a little debate in the community so far with all the pages that I'm part of and everything. What we want is, in Pokemon, the police officers are named Officer Jenny. So people are calling themselves Jennies, and they're scouting out the areas whenever there's a Pokélure for the younger children, just in case somebody did set something up. And that's another thing I like about it, because it's creating a community together. It's getting people who usually wouldn't talk to each other, and they're working together for other people's safety.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Pokemon Go?
Young people need to realize that there's a fine line between reality and a game, and that real life does take priority.
After reporting on the Pokemon Go phenomenon and talking to a lot of folks that are playing it, a couple things come out. Some of the pros, of course, folks are going outside and getting some exercise. They're meeting people, they're socializing. It's a bit of nostalgia for them as well, for the ones that played the Pokemon game back in the 90s, 2000s. Some of the cons, well, there's the augmented reality. Sometimes folks have a difficult time distinguishing between real reality and augmented reality. And just remember, it's a game. It's something fun. Whatever team you're on, whatever side you're on, it's a game, and you're out there having a good time, and you want to all realize it's just a game. Back in the day, we used to do LAN parties, bring our computers together, hook them up, and play video games, play first-person shooter games. Before that, played games on bulletin boards. Now, with technology being wireless, you can play basically a network-type game on the go now. And that's really what this Pokemon Go phenomena really is. There's 150 Pokemon, and there's some rare ones, and there's some ones that are very common. And it'd be interesting in another month if all the Pokemon Go players have caught all the 150 of them, if Nintendo puts out some more. I'm going to guess yes. And so there's a lot of different activities as well going on. So we'll see how long it lasts. It's hard to predict. I'm just going to make a prediction because I know how fast games go away, and I would say within 3 months, very few people are going to play this. There'll still be some gung-ho folks out there playing it, but it's like 21 million people as of this point have downloaded this game. So maybe 2 million will continually keep playing it. So they'll move on to other things, or just get tired of it. Just like there were games that I played for a really long time, and there were games that I stopped playing pretty quickly. So that's my commentary for the Robot News Network. Thank you for watching this special episode of the Robot News Network, the Pokemon Go special, of course. And in closing, some great news about films and robots. That's right, The Rise of the Robots is available right now on Amazon Prime, either streaming, video on demand, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch for free, or it's a very nominal fee to rent it, or you can also buy the DVD as well. And if you love robots, and I know you probably do because you're watching this channel, go check out The Rise of the Robots.